Guys, we are here at the 2020 Seattle Boat Show, and I see a boat here that looks like it belongs in Palm Beach or Fort Lauderdale, and it's a Coastal Craft 33 Express. And I wanted to talk to Jeff. Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Man, it's kind of cold, dude.
It's freezing.
For Miami guys, it's not too comfortable here.
I get it, yeah, for sure. Well, welcome to Seattle.
Well, so tell me about this Coastal Craft. Is this a fiberglass boat here?
No, actually, you're looking at an aluminum boat. So this is one of the several models we build in aluminum. So the whole structure is aluminum. The cabin, the hull, decks are all aluminum. We do, on several models, we do a full fairing and paint application like you see on this 33 Express. And then we finish out the interior and deck details at different levels of finishing, depending on the customer's wants.
Wow, 100%. I would have thought that this was a fiberglass boat, guys.
Well, you're not alone. A lot of people do mistake it for a fiberglass boat, particularly this model and some of our yacht finish models.
Now, is your background aluminum? Is that why you guys have, aluminum boats?
Yeah, no, that's right. So we started building boats in 1996. We were building commercial boats, patrol boats, those sorts of applications, and then we slowly started building recreational boats. And our main style of boat that we build up here in the Pacific Northwest is this 30 Pro Fish and this 33 Pro Fish. And we have several other larger models right up to 40 flybridge, 56 flybridge, and we have built some 65s as well.
So these are like what you would consider a little bit more traditional for this area.
Correct. Yeah, this is definitely more common in this area where this Express is a little different. It's still a very well-suited boat for the Pacific Northwest, but we think it'll expand the market into areas like South Florida, California, New York.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of traffic on this in Miami. In Miami, Fort Lauderdale for sure. Can we walk on there and take a look at the
yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look.
All right, guys. This is the 33 Coastal Craft Express. All right, so let's walk aboard.
So every Express has got a nice generous side dive door as well as a transom door. So obviously for warm water swimming and diving and fishing, both those are pretty nice features to have. Big cockpit deck back here that can be configured just about any way the owner wants it. We do a seating package back here, a table package as well. This particular boat, we've got live wells, fish boxes, 30-degree rod holders, tackle storage throughout, tackle cabinet here. So really set up for sport fishing, warm water particularly. Still to come, we've got gap tower going on and outriggers. So definitely going to be set up for fishing out of
I
Palm
like
Beach.
the fact that door opens up so you can kind of have like the outside in. Is it pretty easy to close that?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got this big double folding panel door, full glass, so we can just run half of it or close it right up and turn the air conditioning on or heating depending on where the boat's at.
I kind of did that because I need to go ahead and make sure it's warm when we get in there.
Right, we got the heat on for you.
All right, so you got a little station here too also, so if you guys wanted to go ahead and have like, is there anything inside these hatches?
So we've just got, this is a control panel for lighting, so switch panels, underwater lighting, things like that, cable reel for the Glendinning, and then we just got lots of storage. So everywhere you see around the gunnels, we try to utilize as much of those space for storage.
Yeah, so you got the steps there, so if you want to go to the bow of the boat.
Yeah, you can go forward on there. We have not mounted the rails as of yet because that's sort of a personal preference for owners. Some people want bow rails just up forward. Some people want a full set right from the back cockpit forward. We've left those off at this point.
Cool, let's walk into that toasty cabin. All right, definitely very nice as soon as we come in here, guys.
I'm going to open this door up so you get the full effect. We do have the reverse air heat on right now because it's a little chilly outside, but that does blow cold air in warmer temperatures as well. The idea was to create a level deck from the inside to out, no steps involved in and out. This backrest on this settee pops off, so you've got reverse seating out into the cockpit as well. It's got one stateroom up front, one head up front. So it's a couples boat. It does sleep another couple on this table. It does drop in as well. So you do have some flexibility on that. We've got a good sized sunroof, opening sunroof by Webasto. That does incorporate their blind and their screen as well.
You got a little galley here.
Yeah, we've got the side-by-side fridge freezer, quartz countertops, pantries, electric cooktop, number of different lighting applications throughout the boat that are all dimmable LEDs.
Look at all the finishes here, guys. This stuff is really, really nice. I like the fact that you get a lot of light inside here.
Yeah, for a dark day in the Pacific Northwest like we're having today, it's nice to have as much window. But it's really nice to be able to have that door instead of a piece of canvas on the back as well. So if it does get cold and it does get wet like we've seen in the last few days at this show.
It hasn't stopped raining.
Oh man.
It doesn't stop raining in Seattle.
Last night was brutal. So.
My hotel gave me an umbrella. That was the first. But yeah, look at that. Immediately also completely you don't hear anything now outside.
Very quiet, yeah. And completely temperature controlled. So it's a very comfortable environment inside this cabin.
I'm standing here, and I see that there's storage right below me.
Yeah, so we've got a large storage compartment beneath the main cabin, sole access between these two hatches. There are mechanical components down below as well, so we have access to those. Hey Alfred, why don't you come forward and check out the Helm. So we've got a lower Helm in the 33 Express, set up with twin 16-inch Garmin screens. Good layout, very ergonomic, very comfortable driving position. We're using the Shockwave S5 suspension seat, which is a beautiful piece of kit to have in a high-speed boat. It makes those long trips much more enjoyable. And then forward of the Helm, we come down below and we've got our stateroom. Got a privacy hatch, doors here, head to port. It's finished out with black walnut quartz countertops and solid teak flooring throughout the whole boat. And then the stateroom, the port side locker, some additional storage, drawers beneath the berth. We've got a nice piece of artwork hanging on that anchor locker bulkhead, and then the opening hatch.
So what are we talking about speed with these, top speed with these twin 400s?
Well,
Jeff, what are we looking at as far as top speed and maybe cruise on this particular boat?
well, what we're seeing initially without too much tuning of props and heights is a speed just over 50 miles an hour, so 52. So pretty
wow,
decent.
This thing's moving.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We've got twin Mercury 400s. We've done the twin Mercury 350s and now the 400s on this hull. Seems to be a really good fit. Really comfortable cruising speed, 40 miles an hour. Pretty economical, 1.25 miles per gallon at 40 miles an hour. So we're pretty pleased with that. We're hoping to maybe tweak it a little bit with props and engine heights.
Have you guys put any 425 Yamahas on there? Or
We
maybe
have
the
not
450s?
yet. We have not done the 425s or the 450s. It'd be very interesting to do a boat with with those engines.
I think it might help.
I think it will. Yeah. The 450s are definitely interesting. 425s, bigger displacement engine, a little more torquey, maybe spinning a bigger prop might be interesting as well.
All right, so how can we get to the bow of the boat so they can see a little bit of that?
Yeah, so from the cockpit we can go up either side and take a look at what's going on up there.
Great. I'll just lead the way.
So we'll go up the port side. We've got these assist steps to get you up on top. We have not installed any bow rails on the boat as of yet, just because we're going to allow the owner to decide if they want just a forward bow rail or a full bow rail from the cockpit.
So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk on the other side here because I have the dock here, and we'll talk about it here.
So up front we've got the Ultra Anchor foot switches for the windlass, anchor washdown, and then access hatch through to the foredeck as well. So of course the deck hatch for the forward stateroom pop-up cleats along both sides as well. Nice flush profile for the boat, and less of a tripping hazard if you're fishing up here.
The profile of this boat is so sexy, man. You guys did a really great job with the design on that.
Thank you.
I really like that. Are you guys planning to be at the Miami or the Fort Lauderdale shows? Or?
Yeah, we're going to be at the Miami show. We're going to have an Express on display.
Same one or a different one?
A different one, yeah. Hull 1, actually, we shipped to Fort Lauderdale in preparation for the Miami show. We'll have that on display at Miami, and then we plan to have this boat and Hull 1 that's in Fort Lauderdale in the Palm Beach show in
Jeff,
March.
are you getting requests to have inboard diesels on these guys?
We have not been requested for inboard diesels on this particular size. We have a larger model coming out, and we have some requests for inboard diesels on that.
Cool. You know what? I want them to see a little bit of the difference of, say, your Pacific Northwest style boats. Can we walk one of those aluminum boats while we're here?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's go take a look at the 33 Profish.
Let's go see the Profish, guys.
So, right next door. So this is the same hull as the 33 Express. It just has a different cabin style and slightly different configuration. More of a Pacific Northwest style boat, where typically we have a little higher demand for additional accommodations, so we put a quarter berth in the 33 Profish, which we have not yet done in the 33 Express. So you'll see a slight difference on the inside of the boat.
Cool. And one of the good things about aluminum is that you can build anything out. It's not like you have to make a mold to make things happen. So you guys could basically do anything custom.
That's one of the huge advantages of working with aluminum, is the ability to customize the boats easily for owners' needs. So you'll see cockpit's roughly the same size as the Express, but it's configured quite differently. We've got 4 separate deck hatches for fish compartments, fish boxes down below, large access hatch to electrical mechanical space aft. All your pumps and whatnot are below. We are set up here for salmon fishing in the Pacific Northwest, so we've got Scotty downriggers and on Burnowin mounts along the transom. We're using the Burnowin mounts in table, fish cleaning table.
These Burnowin mounts are everywhere in the Pacific Northwest.
They're jewelry. They're boat jewelry for sure.
That's what they are. I literally changed. I did a video of them in Chicago, and I talked to Tom, and literally it's boat jewelry. I changed the title of my thing to boat jewelry because it's so cool. I mean, pop that off so they can see how easy. I mean, all you have to do is just press that button.
That's
guys,
right. All you need to do is just pull this lever with your thumb, and this whole thing just releases.
And that's it. And then your gunnels are perfect and beautiful again. And it is so
well engineered and strong that when it locks in, you can't move it. You can't get that out of there for nothing.
Yeah, man. I think they did a great job, and I understand now why you guys all have it on these boats over here. It just makes complete sense.
So they sell drain tube kits as well. So if you're installing it in enclosed lockers where you've got drainage issues, you can plumb it overboard without any consideration for.
Is that like a standard option for you guys, or is it by request from the customers? Or like, hey, I want some Burnowin
models that are set up for fishing in the Pacific Northwest? We make it a standard option. You can add more because people are doing different things with it all the time. You can mount pot pullers for crab traps and shrimp pots. Flag holders. I mean, they make a ton of different stuff.
Now, there's a second helm on this guy too, right?
That's right. So we do put this aft cockpit control console in most of the Pacific Northwest boats. It's great when you're fishing back here, trolling slow. You've got typically another navigation screen that's in the network. It's on the network, I should say. So you've got full controls and access to nav electronic sounder.
This thing is very nice, man. You guys are doing a great job with this. So
similar layout. We've got galley on the starboard side, helm forward of the galley. We do have a settee on the port side. This table does drop down, different configuration. It's not a U-shaped, it's a straight back to back. One of the main primary differences in this boat is that we do get that quarter berth. So there's a 40-inch by 80-inch berth down below this settee, which is a great additional sleeping space for a couple of kids or a guest overboard. See, the table does drop in, another berth, and then again you've got the forward berth up front.
Very, very nice. I'll tell you, you guys are knocking it out the park with the finishes, man. And you guys are constructing these boats where again?
We're in a town called Gibsons. It's just outside of Vancouver, British Columbia.
So what are you seeing, like family guys purchasing this? Is it diehard fishermen? Who's like the target audience for this particular type of boat?
Well, the 33 Pro Fish would be typically bought by people that are fishing, typically doing some salmon fishing here in the Pacific Northwest. But it's also a great small family cruising boat. They're high speed, cover a lot of distance. People like to get from Seattle, get up past Vancouver into Desolation Sound, the Broughtons, and even further up into Alaska. So speed's important. They closed in cabin. So it's a great pocket cruiser, high-speed pocket cruiser.
What's the fuel capacity on it?
330 gallons.
So you have a lot of fuel on this.
Yeah, it's decent. You know, you've got pretty good range when you're talking about 1.25, 1.3 miles per gallon. You can get 400 miles out of a tank of fuel. There's decent fuel stops all the way up and down the coast, so it's
and
good.
This table drops down and becomes a berth?
It does. Yeah.
Very nice, guys. And that traditional windshield here from the Pacific Northwest. I'm surprised, honestly, we don't see more of these boats in the Florida area, and I think it's just because the people just don't know.
Yeah, the brand is very well known in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Vancouver, Alaska, just because that's been our target market for the last 24 years, and now we're trying to expand that into South Florida and the Northeast, and we're hoping that people will be introduced to our Express and start to investigate, look into other products we offer, and really look at the Pro Fish, because I think it's a great boat for fishing, particularly in the Northeast. It would be a great tuna boat offshore.
There's so much value here. I mean, guys, look at this. So this, when you see this, I wouldn't have expected, first of all, that this, because of the paint job that you guys did, it's an aluminum boat. I would have thought it was a fiberglass boat. You see it out in the water in Miami, you'll be like, oh, it's a fiberglass. It's a fiberglass boat.
Yeah,
and it's all aluminum, guys.
And you know, aluminum is not real common in boats this size, aluminum construction, but when you get into the larger boats, particularly the mega yachts, that really is the material of choice. Companies like Fedship and Lurston, of course, they're primarily aluminum construction because of the ability to customize it and the strength that the aluminum offers in the construction, where FRP, or fiberglass I should say, has some limitations for builders in that size range.
Shockwave seats on this as well.
Yeah, the S5.
Shockwave 5, guys. If you're over 40, that should be regulated by the federal government. You have to have that.
Absolutely.
If you want to be on the water for a long time and be comfortable. So you said there's a quarter berth down here?
There is, yeah. Check it out. So it's a great separate place where you can have some privacy. There's a window in behind that back bulkhead, so when you pop down below there, you can open up that window and have a little ventilation, fresh air.
Oh, that's nice. That's a very well thought out design. Cool. And if you wanted just to close that up and kind of hide everything away,
yeah, so this comes down like so, and then you have complete privacy.
Or you don't tell people there's a berth down there and the kids just hang out and play hide and go seek for
playing their Xbox phones or something. Yeah,
you'll have the most scenic areas. So very similar then in the bow as well. I see this one has the rails.
This is a typical railing that we would put on the Pro Fish, so it's full height right back to the cockpit, so when you jump up on those steps, you've got something substantial to hang on to along the way. We do add these cabin side brow rails, grab rails along the side of the cabin as well, which are an option on the Express as well.
Well, Jeff, where can they go online to get a little bit more information? You said you were going to be at the Miami show with the Coastal Craft 33 that you have in Fort Lauderdale already.
That's right.
And this is 2020, guys. We're at the Seattle show right now.
So if they want to check out our website, go to www.coastalcraft.com. All of our models are displayed there. You'll find information on the 30 Pro Fish, 33 Pro Fish, 33 Express, and 45 Flybridge, and as well as our other larger models as well.
Listen, it's just something to throw out. I would tell you, I would probably take one of these guys over there to one of those shows, because first of all, we don't see them, so you're gonna get everybody jumping on board, because they're gonna be like, what's that? And when they walk in there and they see the finishes and all the things, I'll tell you, you'll be switching a lot of minds.
That's awesome.
And remember, I told you that, guys. The world is a-changing. Everything is, you know, changing, and people sometimes, when they only see certain boats in certain areas, they think, well, that's all I can get. But now there's more options, because people are getting a little bit more informed, and you know, you'll start seeing a little bit more boats that you normally don't see out in the water and in your neck of the woods. So
we're pretty excited to have this boat going to South Florida.
All right, guys, don't forget to smash that like, and we're out of here. Seattle 2020.